Okay, so as you can see, this is the Euro USD. Okay, we are looking at the Euro USD chart, 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes, Euro USD. All right. Okay, this is the, as you can see, there's Bollinger Bands on the chart. All right, I've put it there automatically just for me to have a rough gauge of how the market is panning out. All right, but I do not, for this method, I do not use the Bollinger Bands to execute my trade. All right, so um, it may be, I don't know if it's a distraction. I just want to show you something, so I just leave the Bollinger Bands here first. Okay, Bollinger Bands do not work as nicely as you like it to. Okay, I just want to say this. There are lots of people teaching Bollinger Bands. As you can see, how Bollinger Bands are thought. Okay, is that once the market hits the top band, you sell. Like this instance here, it works well. Okay, when it touches the bottom band, you buy, right? But as you can see, doesn't always work that way. Okay, it touches here, it still goes up, right? Let's see some more examples. Okay, it touches the lower band. If you bought it here, you will have lost. You bought it again, you will have lost. Okay, so okay, and here you touch here, right? You touch the bottom band. Okay, here it touches the bottom band. If you buy, you have lost. Okay, touch again, you buy, you have lost again. Okay, so right here, see, you touch here, you have lost. If you bought it here, you have lost. You bought it again, you lost. Touch the lower band, you bought it again, you lost. Okay, so if you do, even if you do martingale on this, it'll be very dangerous. You have lost once, lost twice, okay, or even 4 times. All right. Okay, so that's to prove my point. Okay, so what am I, in this video, we'll be talking about the indicator, quite a common indicators that Forex experts use, but you must know how to use them. Okay, and usually it's applied in Forex, but I'll teach you how to use the in context with binary options. So, or let me explain first. All right, so basically, when touches the, depending on which one you're trading, right, you would sell it just like the Bollinger Band, right? When it touches, you sell it. Now you have to wait for it to close. All right, I do not. You can take it as it touches, but you will have to test it out because I can't show you the results here, as you all know, because if you do back testing, I only can show you results for back testing, right? Unless I video record my live trades, which I did not. So the only results I can show you here are based on closed price. So if you want to test how what's your win-loss ratio is like, of course, definitely you can test it on demo, okay? But I'm just going to go through for proof, back testing the history. Okay, so we have to base on closed prices, closed candles, okay, for the different periods that we chose, okay. So wait for the bar to close. Once it closes above, we'll take it down, and then we can take it down. Okay, likewise, if it hits and below, we'll take it up. Okay, now you have to be disciplined. Okay, if it's at no, you have to be disciplined. Okay, because when you start bargaining, you do not know when to stop. Right, so if there's a time it comes up, do you take it? If it comes up 0.5 and it looks so tempting, do you take it? All right, so you have to be disciplined and mentally strong. All right, so only 70 and above. All right, likewise here, 0.00001 is still higher than, right? So I do not take that. Okay, unless if it's purely, but most of the time you see it at point something, then you take it up. All right, so having established that, let's go and see the results. Okay, I'll be showing you from January. Okay, the whole past history for this year. All right, you can go ahead and go further back if you want. I think they allow you to go back until October or September, as in on my MT4, right? Okay, so here, okay, it touched the before bar. Okay, let me show you. The bar before the trigger bar, okay, is here. Before, okay, then this bar is shot up and closed at 77, so we'll take it down, but we lost here, right? We lost, so not to worry here. Okay, here is not, here it's higher. It looks like a touch, but it's not. You have to be very careful. Okay, this bar is 0.7, right? It's not. Only this bar is the trigger bar which crossed the line. It went to take it up, but we still lost. All right. Okay, so let's go along faster. This is a win. This is a win. Loss. Win. Okay, let me zoom out so you can see more compact. Okay, lose, win, 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 lose, win, win, win. All right, win, win, loss. Okay. I'm going to go through the statistics right now. Okay. I'm going through the statistics for time. Because of time, I'll be going through the statistics of each month since January. All right, just to have a rough view. Okay, that some months you may break even, some months. Keep in mind this is just one currency and one time frame. All right, so just keep this in mind. Okay, some time frames for some currencies for some months you may break even, you may be in a slight profit, you may be in slight loss, you may be in very good profits. Okay, but so far I don't think you will meet you will come across big losses. All right, slight losses maybe. All right, if you follow the rules. Okay, so for you to have a rough idea, since let's start with January. We started with January, right? Okay, January, out of 23 possible trades, okay, 16, we won 16. Okay, that is a 69.56%. All right, in binary options I've calculated, and I've said this many times to my members, around 55% you are breaking even. So anything above 55% to 60% you are having profits. Okay, anything above 60% it's a nice profit. Okay, it's a decent profit. 70 to 80 is of course very good, right? So since this is a free method, okay, I'm sharing with you something that is along the lines of 60 to 70%. All right, if you go to our website, okay, Financial Markets Edu, short form for education, okay, .com, you can see that we do have a course that we teach a method that got us an average of 84.9%. Okay, that one would be a slightly more costlier course. Okay, but this is free, so we're sharing with you something that can still potentially make money for you. Okay, in the 60 to 70% win-loss ratio. Okay, so moving along, February. Okay, out of 23 trades, we won 15. In March, we had 23 trades, all right, out of which we won 12, so just slightly above the 50% mark. In April, we had 21, but we only won 9. Okay, so that's a loss. In May, we had 13 out of 22, okay, which is above the more than half, right? In June, we had 13 out of 16. In July, we had 18. In July and August, because August has not ended yet, so I've combined the two, all right? So far, the ones that I've plotted, we had 18 over 24. So if you add all together, we would have 96 winning trades out of 152. So if you calculate, all right, that's a 63.16% win rate thus far this year. Okay, what does this mean? That means we would have made, okay, $1,120 to $2,752 on a $100 trade size. Okay, if you do the calculation, the payouts for different currencies, for different brokers, do vary. Okay, but for the broker that I've partnered for this promotion, okay, is 24 options. All right, so you will have to sign up under our link to get this free. Okay, so 24 options. You'll notice that we have noticed that they offer the range between 70% to 85%. All right, but for gold members, there is 87%. So the 1,120 is the based on 70% return, and 2,752 is based on the 85% return. Okay, so this is just to give you a range. You won't get 70% all the time, you won't get 85% all the time. All right, so this is just a range, and this is for one currency and for one time frame. All right, so far in our opinion, 15 minutes is the best for this. Okay, too short, and you have many trades, but you'll be spread too wide, too thin. All right, you'll be taking too many trades. If you have too many losing streaks, because losing streaks do happen, it's all about the overall win rate, not the day's win rate. Okay, so if too many currencies if you're trading too many currencies and with short time frame like 1 minute, 5 minute signals, okay, you will be spreading yourself too thin, and you would not be able to sustain in the game. All right, so you might be wiped out. Okay, there are all these factors to take into place, not just the strategy. All right, so 15 minutes is best. 30 minutes, if you want to play 30 minutes and longer, all right, in terms of the time frame for the chart, okay, you would have very little opportunities to trade per month, and for that you have to make up with trade size. That means to make it worth your time, worth the while, okay, you have to be doing around $500 per trade, which I know most of you are not in that category of traders. Okay, so you can start with $25 as a minimum trade. That is the minimum trade size for 24 options, the broker that we are partnering. So yes, 1,000 to $2,007 US. Okay, depends on your currency. Okay, in this we are using US dollars. Okay, and this is just based on Euro USD. Now, 24 options has a variety of assets to trade from. Okay, this works with commodities as well. Don't look at indices or indexes and stocks. Okay, use this for currencies and commodities. All right, so this is 24 options trading platform, their website. Okay, as you can see, they offer they offer up to 89%, but this is the gold. This is for the normal accounts. These are for the gold accounts, and I think this is for the platinum account. Alright, so in the example I just calculated up to 87%. Alright, 2% makes a lot of difference. Anyway, alright, here are all the assets. Okay, as you can see, there are many assets here. but all these are a mix of the four. And this is forex, stocks, and commodities. All right. Let's just look at forex. All right. As you can see, there are many assets here. All right. Look, at least 70% and above. All right. So I'm not bluffing you here. At least 70% all the way to 85 on a normal account. That's what I use to calculate the returns, return on investment. All right. Okay, so easily here there are around 20, if not more. Okay, and then commodities, all right, around 10. Okay, so 30, but let's say we just take 20. All right. Okay, so let's say we take 20 assets. All right, so from a range of 1120 times 20. Okay, let's say we just look at 20 assets. Right, that is $22,400. All right, to date. All right, to date. Okay, or we take the 87%, the higher band. All right, 2752 times 20. Okay, all the way to 55,000. Of course, not all the time. Okay, so you take 1120 on average, so plus 2752, divide by 2, 1936. All right, 1936 times 20. All right, this is on average. Okay, $38,720. All right, could you do with this extra cash? All right, okay, now for I promised to touch on martingale, right? Okay, so rule of thumb, don't use martingale blindly unless you know what you're doing. If you just want to chase your losses, all right, martingale will kill you eventually. All right, so just you got to know what you're doing. Just for your information, I do martingale once in a while. I do look at other factors. When they are in line, I will go for it. Okay, number one, okay, you have to check. I will check the economics calendar to see if there are any economics data that are coming out, or whether there's anyone speaking. Okay, whether Ben Bernanke is speaking, the federal chair, okay, for US, whether anyone, okay, anyone important speaking that can affect the currency. Okay, major data's out. All these can affect your normal trading, so you can use them for your normal trading as well, even if you're not talking about martingale. Right? Okay, it will help you increase your ROI, increase your win rate ratio or win loss ratio. Okay, even in a normal trade. So what I've shown you, all right, the 63% thus far for this year. Okay, this is just blindly following an indicator. If you were to use the economics calendar, it can help you bring this 63 higher. But keep in mind, as I told you earlier in this video, it will cut down on trade opportunities. Some of them might be winning opportunities. More of them, would be losing opportunities, would be potential losing trades. So therefore, bringing the 63% of your success rate higher. Okay, but in terms of dollars and cents, you might be taking back less, right? As with the example in the beginning of the video. Okay, so the 63% is just blindly on this. But if you want to do martingale, please don't do it blindly. Please check the economics calendar. But just for your info, as of this day, based on the results, it is quite safe. Okay, I just want to say it is safe, quite safe, but I will still check the economics calendar before I do martingale. All right, but just for the records, okay, since January, okay, if you were to do martingale up to 5 times, right, 5 times, because when I do martingale, I make sure I can sustain at least 5 losses. Alright, that means the 6th loss I will be out. Okay, so if you were to sustain all the way to the 5th double up, so to speak, you will not have lost a single trade until today for this whole year. Okay, but if I were you, I will still check the economics calendar. Alright, just a piece of advice. Okay, so for the economics calendar, let me show you. Alright, you can go to here, Forex Factory. Okay, yep, this is all the data that is for today. Make sure you set the time correctly to your time so you can follow accordingly. Okay, so for example, 9:30 p.m. according to whatever time, okay, the rate is a very high impact news. During this time, okay, if you lose, don't martingale. So this is how you decide, okay, when to do martingale. Okay, so for the New Zealand dollar, if you lose, if there was a trade set up at 10 p.m. whatever time, okay, on the New Zealand dollar, you can take it. It's up to you. But if you lose, because sometimes you win, but if you lose, do not martingale during this time period. Okay, because someone is talking. Okay, yeah, do not do any martingale within 2 hours. Okay, that means after 10 p.m. for 2 more hours. All right, do not do martingale within this window. All right, that means 10 to 12 p.m. do not do any martingale, or 12 a.m. sorry. Okay, so yes, those are my rules. All right.